I am driving along the Chwele-Kibabi Road in Bungoma County, and I notice this location, this area, which is very rocky, although good houses built besides big rocks. I can see the land is not put to complete agricultural use. There are no crops or few any, probably meaning that the land or the soil here is not very conducive to agriculture, despite the fact that there are signs of green. The trees are there. Their potential for agriculture could be here. I can see lots of rocks, and indeed, ordinarily, farmers would say rocks are not good. They're not agricultural products. So this area can pass to be a poor area in terms of agriculture. But look, the road, the traffic on the road, bicycles, motorcycles, vehicles, cars, show that if this area was to be put into productive use, then transportation to the near market is great or can be achieved. From afar, I can see cattle grazing, few cattle, local cattle grazing, but tied on ropes, and therefore one would say their milk production or even beef production is below expected standards because of lack of grazing material. There are some napier grass I can see from far. I can see maize on very little plots, meaning not even profitable. I can see some bananas also on very little small plots, and therefore profitability, efficiency can be doubted. I can also see some, from afar as we go along the road, I can see some shops, 1 or 2 or 3 shops in the middle of nowhere. I cannot see a lot of people here, and therefore stocking those shops, market for whatever you put in, is in doubt. So this area really qualifies to be a poor area in matters agriculture, in matters economic activity. But could that be the case? Are there some opportunities that are hidden? Recently, when I was talking to the Bukus Caucus conference, I introduced the 16 squares and asked my audience to see if they can count more than the 16 squares that they were seeing. Let's see. Let's look at it. Good. These are the 16 squares you can see. And I'm asking, how many squares can you see? Let us start with 1 by 1. Those are 16. You count them 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 16. Next, let us count the 2 by 2. That is 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Now let us count 3 by 3. That is 26, 27, 28, 29. And now let us count 4 by 4. We get 30. So what are we saying? That what seemed to be only 16 squares has turned up to be 30 squares. The message here is that we are seeing this area with very few agricultural productivity, production, and therefore little economic use. But there could be hidden beyond those 16 squares. Let's see if we can count them. Yes, those rocks, those stones, in geography, they are educational. So, educational tours for children to learn about rocks, about stones, that could be an opportunity. Home tourists, we know that a number of tourists now from abroad, from Europe, America, want to stay in homes as they tour, they do scenery seeing. We have seen good houses there. Those good houses can be converted into home tourism. Events, those scenery, events, weddings, etc., they can actually be developed within this location and not necessarily depend on little agriculture. Ballast, building material. Those rocks can make building material. Tourism again, nature trail again. Zero grazing. Those good houses, we can convert those few local cattle that are not as productive into zero grazing. There's the napier grass, as we can see, the maize that is in small plots that cannot be profitable in terms of farming can be converted into fodder. The same thing with the bananas, which are very few on very small scale, they have not productive, can be converted into fodder, and that will make zero grazing flourish. And with the zero grazing, they are the associated multiplier effects. So, this area, look at the shops that may not be fetching the required profits. Why? Because as you can see, the population is scarce, and somebody putting up a shop, and we have seen one or two shops which are actually closed, and some of them are dilapidated. If you convert those shops into cricket farming, within that area of that one shop, you'll produce proteins more than the cows that we are now seeing here can produce. And therefore, that could be an opportunity that is not being seen as it is now. We have what we call orphaned crops, millet, sorghum, castor oil. Those looks like they can do better, can do well in this type of soil. And therefore, when you convert this land into those orphaned crops, and then they are more nutritious in baking, let's say, compared with the wheat. We eat wheat bread, wheat chapatis, but they are full of gluten. Orphaned crops, sorghum, millet, will make better, nutritious bakeries than actually the wheat. What remains, the stocks that remains from those orphaned crops, will be converted in charcoal briquettes through kilns, and the charcoal briquettes will save the cutting of trees, and therefore environmentally, the environment will be saved. So there are opportunities that I can see in this area. Those are the shops that I'm talking about. This shop, convert it into cricket farming, farm cricket, produce your millet and sorghum, and make animal, chicken, and even fish feed, because the area looks like is not productive in matters maize, sugarcane, and all that. So, what looks like it's a poor area has hidden opportunities. The same hidden opportunities that can only be found if you are savvy to looking beyond the 16 squares, what we call thinking outside the box. So here they are, hidden opportunities in this area of Bungoma that can convert this into an economic hub. As it is now, yes, it looks poor, sparse, almost deserted and all rocky, dilapidated shops, so on and so forth. I hope you have enjoyed my little agripreneurship talk. Thank you.